I just hope Romelia will not start another trouble with me in the studio.
No.
This comedian want to put me in trouble.
He's on his own, actually. He's actually on his own. The one thing I'm very sure of, as to women constantly changing their positions, change is the only constant thing in life.
Of course, from behind every successful man.
Now beside,
very soon now.
I could just be the president.
Okay.
And then you be the first gentleman.
So I'll be attending the widows meeting.
I'm not doing that. I only became the president. I didn't die.
If you just join us, this is Morning Delight and the Talk Time segment of the show. We told you earlier at the beginning of the show that today we are dedicating to this show to the comic business, the comic sector of the entertainment business, and that's what we've been doing since. You remember two gentlemen joined us earlier to talk about a joke that I will never forget. I enjoyed myself. I was sitting somewhere, looking at the three of them with Romelia. You enter, you come out, come out. But Nigeria is a very, very, lively environment. People love comedies, joke everywhere. Even if you are not everybody in Nigeria is a stand-up comedian.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, we all find ways to relieve the tension and the stress of daily activities. You find every single person at every point in time cracking one joke or the other. I didn't think I was comedian, but there are some issues you just look at this and say, really?
Don't mind Romelia. As in, when I laugh, no quick come. As in, you just have to create.
Why is my own always about money now?
Okay. We have two gentlemen joining us in the studio, as in they are here for real, okay? They are comedians and they make good bucks from the comedy business. See the look on their faces. When I say good buck, good money, they were surprised. Is it that these guys are not making money or what? They'll tell us. Ladies and gentlemen, join us to welcome Sheson Aremo, popularly known as MC Stylo. Stylo?
Actually, Stylo. It's French.
Okay.
But Nigeria, the way we pronounce as we see things, we say stylist. I have to just take style.
So you and I we are going to speak that French on this.
No problem.
Okay, you'll be joined by MC Kajoe. His real name, Gabriel Kajoe. Romelia taught me that name, Kajoe.
And I say amen to that.
Good morning.
Very powerful name.
It's nice to have you guys here.
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to go to Romelia while I watch from here.
No, you're coming to join us in the matter. But we saw all that went on with the various stand-up comedians trying to make our lives a lot easier.
Yeah.
The topic of this discourse is the business side of comedy. I mean, beyond all of the show, beyond all of the standing up and talking and making people laugh, there is a business side, because you collect money, you get paid for these things.
Yeah.
And as with arts and crafts, creativity, the longevity is what you just cannot plan for. So for you, let's start with you, MC Stylo.
Okay.
What is the most important factor, especially if you decide to go into comedy? I know about thoughts. Maybe people are not making money from it, but I know people are making money from it. So you tell us, what are those things that must be taken seriously into consideration?
Okay, like you said, comedy is a serious business. Making people laugh is a serious business. It's just that the way our society see humor, if you have not gone to school and say, I'm a graduate of this or I'm a graduate of that, they just see you like someone that wants to learn a trade. So, but now with the advancement of social media and the impact, I think, was it maybe Costa Rica, I've forgotten the country, a comedian actually contested for presidency and he won.
That's Ukraine.
Ukraine, thank you.
Yeah.
And he won.
Yeah.
So, of course, he's not going to get to the political office and start to crack jokes. But it shows that people could reckon with his profession first, see that, okay, fine, it's making us laugh, but from a comical perspective. Because as a comedian, we tell stories using humor.
You reflect the society.
You reflect the society. When we come and say, you get one day, I see one guy, or like the police, this. It's not like we hate the police. Or when we say women, this, that, then people say, yeah, but no. Because what is funny to you might not be funny to me. If I come and yab myself, you guys will laugh. nobody gets hurt at that time. But when I yab you and I laugh, you say, no, that guy don't yab me. But now to the business aspect, a lot of vendors, let me call them vendors, are benefiting from comedy. Okay, fine. As a performer, you come on stage, you're wearing, say, I don't want to say, okay, you're wearing an attire, it could be suit, corporate, or native. The tailor or the fashion designer that made that outfit for you will gain from that money they paid you, because you have to look good. The wristwatch you bought is from a shop dealer. You pay. The microphone you're using, there's an engineer setting up that microphone. The camera facing you, the phones people used to record, the social media. So we are just like a medium to other sectors. So whatever people say as they just chop money, fine. You chop, but you still be spread like bed sheets to other people. You know the bed sheets, if you spread that, then you go sleep on top. Because the bed sheet when you spread, you be on top foam. Now our company do the foam. Now our company do the bed sheet. So we are like the bed sheet that people see, but they don't see what's going on under the mattress, the phone, and stuff like that.
So MC Kajoe, you did chop well.
Wow.
You know, we're talking about the business side of this, this art, stand-up comedy.
Okay.
You just made a point now that truly with a chop, but how much chop on a chop? That's the question.
I would like to start from the perspective of where it started from. It didn't start on a platter of gold, because there is a part where, just like every comedian, I don't know, there are some people that have the bigger platform to them. There are some people that didn't suffer like us when we are starting. When I started, the stuff, it's not really like this. It wasn't really like this. Then you do an event and they pay you like 1.5. I was even interviewed by a client at that time, 2010, 11, thereabouts. The person was asking me, okay, how much will you charge for this event? As at that time, it was like a very big platform for me, so I couldn't really call a particular price. I said, you pay me 10K. And the guy said, really, 10K? Will you shut up your mouth? You will collect 2,000 naira and a bottle of wine. I said, okay, out of, because I was not really exposed then. So, but as time goes on, we learn that comedy is not just a talent, it's a skill. You need to also, learn, and you need to unlearn so many things to learn some things. So I got to find out that I'm working with some colleagues, some very senior colleagues in the industry, also put me through a lot. And sometimes experience also matters most, because there are some events you need to do yourself so that you can know how to manage situations. So the business side of it is something that grows. I don't think it's something that you can actually make your way through any media.
So you need to, it's lucrative, like
it's
you
very
painted.
lucrative.
You're making good money. You guys are making good money now.
Not at the beginning.
But there are some times,
Not at the beginning.
I said now.
No, we are still aspiring.
Okay.
But it's not as bad as it was.
Yeah.
But how important is branding?
Okay.
What people will call on the street packaging. How important is it, especially when you're talking about Naira and Kobo?
Okay, branding is key, because for, like I said earlier on, the way people see you on stage commands the kind of respect they give to you. Fine, you might come out dressed well and not have the content. Now it affects your brand. People will now start to say, Bobo, so guy, they now mention your branding. He's fine, he dresses well, but he doesn't have content. But so for branding is just to aid your content. Just like bottling companies now. Fine, everybody drinks soda. But there's a way you would see an ad of a particular soda. It's the same soda, just like the hair. But the way the brand has presented, if you take this soda, you'll be this. People now say, okay. But if they've seen you at first, your first branding is good, it will attract. But it might not sustain if you don't have the right content.
So branding is as good as the content.
Yes, branding is as good as content. It supports one another.
Okay, going into the business, we know that in other climes, stand-up comedians are like a product. you know, they're like an organization. They have managers. They have a number of backroom staff that work for them. Someone is in charge of your appearance. Someone is in charge of your content. Someone is in charge of your grooming. Someone is in charge of this, in charge of that, marketing, and so on and so forth. But I doubt if that is the situation in Nigeria. Does it mean that the industry is not as lucrative as such to employ those backroom staff, or we are just a peculiar people?
Okay.
You want to go first? I want the two of you to react.
Okay. Like a decade ago, like I said when I first started, people didn't see, I mean our audience, they didn't see the business side that we're talking about. They think it's just should be just to come and just crack a joke. Me too, I can crack a joke at all. Should I face my mirror? But with the advent of different platforms, when you say you can do it, take the mic, do it. And they're like, but this thing I do. So they now start giving us respect, just like musicians. So I remember when King Sunny Ade started, his family was like, I like me. For those that don't understand.
For someone like me, you remember when
I remember, I did a lot of research. And that is one aspect.
You read.
That's one aspect of this job. People think we just come and just talk. We do a lot of research too. We burn candles, we read books, we read online, we do offline, we observe. For someone like me, I'm good at observing. I just create some things in my head, match it up, present it, okay, goes this way. So we do a lot of research too. Like King Sunny Ade, when he started music, his family were like, oh, this is this noise maker. We're seeing him today now. Original content, perseverance, and he has been consistent. Good branding too. So for a comedian, it's not as if we are getting there. We are not there yet. We are still scratching because of acceptability. That is why we don't have much of what you said. There's somebody in charge of grooming, there's somebody in charge of management. We love to get to that level, but you as the brand, you need to be ready. Because you pay bills.
To be able to pay.
You pay bills.
So does it mean that we don't have any of these big names with such working for them?
There are people like that. We call them senior colleagues. We call them bosses over there. And both in the comedy industry, the music industry, entertainment generally, we have people that can afford it. But for now, for a person like me, let me speak for him. I don't know about him. I am my manager. I am my I brand myself.
Yeah, your costumier,
makeup artist. If I go for an event and I look like you're going to wonder why. So I need to also make research on how to look good, how to combine colors together, just for me to be very, looking good at that time. So it is very important that you deliver at each time. So though it makes the job more easier, if you have those people. I mean, somebody to take care of your social media, somebody to take care of everything. You don't need to stress. All you need to concentrate on is the craft. Just be creative on your own aspect, then deliver. But most times it is not really like that. It's until you get there where you can afford, just like you said, where you can afford these people.
Kajoe, how much of mentorship? Because we see a lot of sponsorship deals going with a lot of stand-up comedians. I mean, we have a popular one with the telecom industry. Yeah. We see some of you also delving into the media industry.
Yes.
Being broadcasters, reading the other side of the news in a comical manner. And you're looking at all of these people. They're your senior colleagues, as you've said. Yeah. And then you're aspiring and hoping to be like them. The telecoms one, if you know the one I'm talking about, is one that is so big and so huge. Each time he comes on, I'm like, he got this one right.
Yeah.
Do you have that feeling when you see them on the screen and they see how they have been able to diversify? Not only are they doing core comedy now, they're also able to be dynamic enough to play in other sectors.
Okay, most times we are very flexible as comedians. We are actors. So in most scenarios, we can just act this way. For me, I can switch my voice in multiple ways. I can form accents and all those this thing. If I sound like an old woman now, you'll be surprised, just as thick as my voice is. So there is a point whereby you may not need to dwell on a line because it meant not be trending at that time or maybe for a long period of time, you need to adjust. You need to be, be very spontaneous. You just understand the dexterity of what you do. Then when you get to that place, you know that, okay, I have this. And there is a place of hard work where for now you have the time, because you are not so sought after at events. You have the time to put up crafts together, to be creative with your jokes, your content, because that's what actually kills some of our colleagues. I won't mention names because I'm around here. Okay, because by the time they get there, they have the content, but it won't sustain them there. They will just get there, boom, but they will not be there. So you need to have something that will keep you going. And thank God now social media has helped us to, we have various kind of comedians. We have stand-up comedians, there's even sit-down comedians, we have actors, we have singers. Some people, they are just very, very diversified industry. So whichever way you find yourself, make research, very important. Know what you are doing, know the basics, so that when you get there, you will not mess up.
Ultimately make money.
Yeah,
that's important. So some young people who may be watching us right now, they may have that trait of I can make people laugh. At least I think I have the idea of being a comedian. When I joke at home, my parents would laugh, my siblings would laugh, and I'm thinking of taking up this thing as a full-time job. She mentioned something about mentorship earlier. Do I just find myself there, boom, and say, because now you just mentioned, only that you did not mention that you are your own accountant too. I think of taking up that job. So do I just look for events where they pay me 2,000 and a bottle of wine, and then I start from there? Is there a process I must follow? Is there the place of mentorship in all of this?
Okay, mentorship is key. You can't underestimate the power of mentorship. A mentor has made some mistakes in the past, so you as a newbie, he or she, because we have female comedians as well, will be able to guide you through.
I'm not talking about role models, because in Nigeria we mix the two. I'm talking about mentors, not role models. Not people you watch on TV and I want to be like this person.
Those are role models.
Those are role models. Yes. But mentors, people that go to like maybe a school, maybe he sees you regularly. Oh, no, don't do it that way. One-on-one relationship. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, it's because of the schedule of an established brand, it might be hard to get close to them for a one-on-one. So most times I advise, fine, you can reach out to them. If they don't get back to you on time, it's not because of pride, it's because of their schedule. But when I say we now, because we are still looking up to people, we'll keep looking up to people.
And those who are looking up to, they are looking up to
people. But I think I'm inclusive, where we get it wrong is we like to jump the gun. In your proximity, there's always someone that is ahead that you can have the one-on-one access with. Now, if I want to get an access to you, the way we are seated now, and I'm going to go through this track, I'll go through her. So whatever I want to get from you, there's a possibility that I'll get it from you because she has an access to you. That depends on how smart I am. But I still need to be careful. So indirectly, I'm learning from both of you. So we are like my online mentor and offline mentor, not role model now. What I want to get from you, like an Alibaba now, is he tries to be as available as possible. Because of his schedule, you might not be able to get a one-on-one. But there are some people closer to him that they are close to you, and they are doing well. Okay, my mentor is this person's mentor. If this person is getting it right, I can go through. But we will jump. We want to flam. Just go. They will now start to say, oh, I didn't Alibaba, he did not reply me. He has a large audience to attend to. So for aspiring comedians, start from your environment. That's what I tell everybody. I started from my environment. Start from your environment, win that place. It's just like an election. Win your constituency, build your audience organically. From there, okay, if you've conquered, by the time you can relate with like this first person, first can easily take you to Alibaba, for example. but you just want to jump. Don't forget the mentors, they are so careful too, because they don't know where you're coming from. But that your initial mentor can refer you. Now that's a referrer. So your mentors can even easily refer you. So whoever is watching, start from your environment. You need your locality first.
How much patience and perseverance must go into this? Because, I mean, he's talking and all I can think about is you will win, but you have to work. So, but you need to be patient. You need to persevere. Even when the doors are shut in your face, you should be able to keep knocking until it becomes open for you.
I mean, it's a process which you need to endure. Because I could remember at that time when I, was coming up, I had been beaten by my parents for events. It got to that extent because they don't like me coming back late at night because of our environment where I stay and all that. So at the same time, it is very, very... But what kept me going was because I just found joy in what I do. I enjoy what I do. I see the future. I have this big dream, not just because of what is happening around. My brother asked me, your friends are doing this, they are making better, income for themselves. You are there saying you are a comedian just to laugh. Who is a comedian? At that time, even the business wasn't really encouraging. But I just kept going. And about mentorship, you need to be very careful, especially for those that are just coming up. We are also coming up to Dover. You need to be very careful because we have different personalities of human beings. So we have some people that they are very kind at, they are ready to connect you to anybody as far as you're good, as far as this. But there are some people that are just there to use you. They are just there to take advantage of you. So you need to be very careful. It doesn't mean when that happens, you now get discouraged that, I can't do this anymore. You just categorize everybody as being the same. We have different people. Some people, you will see them crack jokes on stage. Wow, this person, and different personality off stage. So we have different people. You need to understand personality, study the person. And also, lastly, before you need to look at pertaining mentorship. Now you need to look at the person you sound alike, you look alike. For the industry now, some people say Kenny Black looks. I don't like to say I look like Kenny Black. Kenny Black looks like I hear you. So each time I go for events, sometimes when he's coming to that event, he's a guest and I'm a guest. They'll just hold me from behind. Hey, Kenny Black. Say, oh, Kenny Black is my brother. I love him, but I'm not Kenny Black. I'm Kajoe. Yeah, make your brand stand. Know that I'm Kenny Black. You now fake it. Then when I say, the guy
is this second fiddle.
Second fiddle.
It's not very encouraging.
Absolutely not encouraging at all. Just build a brand for yourself so that nobody will say it sounds like or it looks like or it performs like, and so on and so forth. And talking about originality, I'll pick it from there. You guys, at the center or the art of this whole trade is the ability to crack people up, to make them laugh. So you're not going to go without making us laugh on this platform this morning. So you are going to do a performance each for us, and before we bring this to a close, maybe I'll just start with you, Stilo.
Okay. For those watching me for the first time, my name is MC Styler, and I'm a dropout. I'm proud to say it. I dropped out of driving school. Okay. So it depends on the school. It depends on the school. Because I have different school of thought. So people dropped out from organizer, fashion, or because schooling is more than just 6, 3, 3, 4. So I'm a dropout. So if you are a dropout like me, like what you don't give up. But I tell people, in the musical industry, there are a lot of people are shouting, oh, Davido is dating. Whiskey and Tiwa Savage, they are dating, they are going on tours. Now, just for showbiz, what happens is any name that has Balogun, Tiwa likes that kind of person. Because if you check Tiwa's husband, her husband is Tunji Balogun, you understand? Whiskey is Ayo Balogun. Even now, like this, I'm suspecting Tiwa Savage and Said Balogun because it's Balogun in the name too. Well, even Balogun market, maybe she might be in love with Balogun market. She's a Balogun woman. Anything Balogun, anything that's Balogun, she might like it. I mean, I've said that I love tunes a lot. But I don't want to give, my advice to a tune, I don't want to give them these general names, Taye Kendi, they won't be unique. Everybody is Taye Kendi. If I say Peter and Paul, Everybody's P Square. And they remember P Square. And I don't want my twins to grow up and break up. You understand? P Square. So me now, I've said I'll give if I give that to a twin, for those that play what, they will know this one. I'll just call the first one, pick one, pick two. So if I'm going to do say, Baba pick one, Baba pick two. My wife gives birth to maybe triplets at the same time. So be pick one, pick two, general markets. So you know that thing that they say,
give me triangle.
Let us fill up. And God say, no one is still coming. So I give that to 4 at the same time. That will pick one, pick two, general market, last card. So just maybe the school level, last card at the present. So it's just to. So
if you don't want last one now, what you go call that one?
Check up.
Check up.
And another one can come and sit there.
No, then I will follow that
one. That's a good one there, Kajoe.
Yeah. Okay. So I like to share experience a lot. I was anchoring an event, a 70-year event of a lady, and the woman is actually a musician. So when I called her up and she was giving a speech, and she said she was calling out her children. That was what actually caught my attention. She actually named her children according to what she does because she's a musician.
Not last card checkup.
Not last card checkup. Yeah, picking it from that place. Okay, so the first child, she said, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Harmony. Everybody clap for Harmony. The second child, please help me welcome my beautiful daughter, Melody. Everybody clap for Melody. Please, can you help me welcome my beautiful twins, Praise and Worship, because they cannot be praised without worship. Everybody clap. So I now thought, now, for me now, my dad is an electrician. So, I'm sorry, I'm trying not to get, because I'm just imagining my dad as an electrician. If he wants to come and call us now, he will, according to what he does, he will now call the firstborn, put your hands together for spanner. The second one, help us together. If you are now twin in the house, please appreciate both and not. Me now that I'm the last born, what will I be called?
You'll be called no current.
No current.
You'll be called no current.
So most fathers are fishermen. What do they call them? Hook, line, and sinker.
Hook, line, sinker. The anchor.
The way you know them according to the fish. Tilapia one by
Thank you so much, Gabriel Kajoe, MC Kajoe, Sheson Aremu, MC Stylo. Thank you so much for coming to have this conversation with us. We wish you all the very best in your future endeavors.
You guys, you need to drop your, Twitter handle. We are arranged that. You can drop your Twitter.
I don't joke with it. Okay, my name is MC Kajoe. You can follow me on Instagram at MC Kajoe Comedian, and also on Twitter, Comic MC Kajoe. Facebook is filled up, but I still have MC Kajoe. My number is 0816. Let me come and
you go and say Ogundari offset. Because I saw your Twitter handle.
Somebody might want to bless me, so it's Christmas.
All the heroes have MC Kajoe. So
MC Kajoe.
Kajoe.
Go on social media, just search for MC Kajoe. MC, then KAJOE.
Alright. On all social media, Stylo Comedian, STYLO Comedian. On
one word.
One word.
No underscore.
No underscore. No connect. Sorry, question mark. No, I knew nothing. STYLO Comedian.
Okay, on Twitter,
Facebook, Instagram,
IG,
Zenda.
All right, we've set the tone for you viewers. Thank you for coming on the show. Viewers, thank you for being part of the show, not only for today, but all through the week. We do pray and expect that you are here with us next week, Monday, for another week of Morning Delight. On Monday, we will be reading out the results from Kogi and Bayelsa state elections. We do hope that at least there will be peace in those states as the elections continue. For those of us who are not in those states, we also wish that you all stay as peacefully, as united, as progressive, thinking about Nigeria and praying about her always. Until we see you again on Monday, I am Romelia A. Sanbedo. Bye for now.
right, that's how much you can take on the program today and this week. The program will go and return on Monday in Bayelsa and Kogi, just like Romelia said. If you're a young person, you have a lot of, energy bottled up somewhere, and you think it's an opportunity for you to go out to foment trouble. Why not just face the wall in your house? Start punching the wall so that you can burn out the energy. Nigeria needs peace, and we don't want trouble. Okay? Stay tuned to Lagos Television. We have more interesting programs that will be coming your way today and over the weekend. We just set the tune for you. That's an idea of what to expect on the platform for this weekend. My name is Oba Adeoye. Okay, my father is not an electrician. He's not a fisherman. Bye for now. See you next week.
Now see this, our musicians, they're the biggest, but they're the cause of all the problem for this country. See, techno. They behave like the phone, techno. The song where they sing the lyrics not coordinated. Hey baby, robo robo. What is robo robo? I want to chop your spaghetti. I bet what is spaghetti for your body? How do they? What I want come, baby balaga. I don't like make we born two, baby. If you like, make them three, baby. No planning. Just want to give belly like that. Sing flavor. Flavor now one guy will enjoy every flavor of wine waste for 12 years. Wine waste. Shake here, uku, shake here, shake on the laugh. Before you know, flavor gives two beauty queen belly back to back. Now everybody sees the shaking waist they walk before, and everybody that run the wine waste. Casey, 46 years old, you know wine waste. Even Don Chassis the wine waste. What loss? Everybody misbehave. Forget flavor is the man. Forget two-face. Two-face na quantity. Flavor na quality. Major. Forget that thing.